Turning to our first look at the forecast now, and the stubborn fog we saw earlier today is starting to clear here in the city. But with the fog, we've also got some extremely warm weather for this time of the year, with temperatures hitting the upper teens. Will this mild weather stick around? Well, with more on that, let's bring in weather specialist Noor Rafat. Noor.
Hey, thanks very much, Megan. Well, I'll give you the good news right off the hop. These mild temperatures will not end here. We have another round of this heading through the weekend and even into early next week. And what a difference that has made for many Canadians' moods. We have had the winds on our side as this warm front pushed through. And what a difference it's made in the past 24 hours. In fact, Humidex at play once again in Toronto, in St. Catharines today. Remember when that was a thing? Well, now it is making a comeback. But of course, that warm front has ushered in all of that fog that was still an issue earlier in the week, continuing to be quite persistent into southern, eastern and central parts of Ontario this evening. Now, we are expected to see this clear in the coming hours as a cold front moves through, so that's happening heading into the late evening and overnight. Of course, we've had some messy weather to go along with this warm front, and that has prompted a lot of snow melting, but also a lot of ponding on the roads and a lot of an elevated risk, rather, of flooding, especially for those in eastern Ontario. So rainfall warnings in place. 40 millimeters could be possible. The ground has lost its ability to absorb that rain because it's still frozen, so that's where that risk exists. It hasn't been all fun and dandy with this storm, and we know it tore through Union City, Michigan on Friday. Incredible scenes of this tornado moving in and leaving a massive path of destruction. Already also seeing some fatalities reported. The risk of active weather remains around southwestern Ontario in the next few hours, but it will start to ease heading into the late evening. Tomorrow, cloudy start, but as the day progresses, watch what happens. Everything that you've dreamed of is coming to play. So not only are we going to see double digits for your Sunday, we're also going to see the sun in Sunday. 10 or 11 degrees for that high late into the afternoon. Southwesterly gusting winds expected. Megan, wait until you see what happens next week.
All right. Thanks so much, Noor. We're joined on the desk now by weather specialist Noor Rafat. Noor, we got daylight savings time happening this weekend.
Yeah, it's I think it's a controversial time for many, Megan.
For many, they feel a little sad, a little happy. I don't know, depending on if you like sleep better than sunlight.
Yeah, love and hate relationship, of course. The fact that we get an extra hour of sunlight is, of course, a bonus, and many communities will be seeing that as we head into tomorrow, of course. Remember that your appliances won't be able to tell the time properly. As we see daylight savings time come through, another sign of spring. Let's take a look. Well, it's not as mild as what you saw today, but certainly will put a smile on many people's faces and will certainly continue to prompt that snow melt. 10 or 11 degrees for your high tomorrow. Beautiful sunshine if you wait around for it, and some strong gusting winds from the southwest heading through the afternoon. It's everything that we've dreamed of and more. And in the next few days, we get the best of both worlds. Sunshine and very mild spring-like temperatures into the double digits. 10 in Kansas City, 14 in Great Bend, 17 in Toronto. There's more where that came from heading into the next few days, but a big reminder, enjoy them while you can, because the rest of March won't look nearly as good as this. So we have been seeing, of course, some active weather with this low pressure system that brought that tornado through into Michigan. That is starting to die down heading into the evening. We're also seeing a cold front move through, so that will make that fog dissipate as we head through the next few hours. Sunday, waiting around for those clouds to clear, and they will, so the best of both worlds in terms of temperatures and precipitation, or lack thereof, rather. Monday, a better story with some sunny breaks expected, even milder temperatures. As we head into Tuesday, well, there could be some sunny breaks, but we're also seeing a return of showers and a return of mixed precipitation. So it's looking like a very nice stretch tomorrow and heading into your Monday especially. Don't call in sick, because your manager will know what you're up to. 10 degrees in Mississauga, 9 in Pickering, 10 in Vaughan, and 10 in Waterloo as well. 17 by Monday, 16 on Tuesday as we start to cloud over. Still very mild for Wednesday with a lot of rain, prompting more snow melt. And then we start to dip down. -1 for Thursday, 2 degrees on Saturday. The latter half of March, a return of cold air expected.
stubborn fog now clearing up in large parts of southern Ontario. We did see some spring-like conditions today in the GTHA, and while it will start to feel cooler earlier tomorrow morning, we may be lucky enough to get more warm temperatures after that. Let's check in now with weather specialist Noor Rafat. Noor.
Hey, thanks very much, Megan. Yes, you can expect us to be just as lucky tomorrow, although it's hard to imagine how much luckier we can get after those spectacular temperatures today. High of 20 degrees in Hamilton, hitting that even before Toronto, 18 in Windsor, all thanks, of course, to that warm front that moved through, and along with it made way for that persistent, that thick fog that we were dealing with the past little while. It has obviously cleared. We're looking at a beautiful night tonight out on the Toronto Harbour, and we're not too far off from our highs today. 14 degrees just now outside the Toronto airport. So the warm front has been working in our favor the past 24 hours. But if you were outside the past little while, you might have noticed a shift. Those winds are feeling a little bit cooler, and that is not a coincidence. A cold front now is moving through, and that is actually what's clearing that fog through southern, central, and eastern Ontario. And that is expected to bring those temperatures down slightly as we head into tomorrow morning. But trust me, we will rebound by the early evening, well into the double digits for some communities, double digits expected for Toronto as well. Now, we were watching more than just fog. This is a line of severe thunderstorms brought on by this low pressure system. It was at its most severe on the international side of things. Michigan, Oklahoma, devastated by a tornado last night, and what a sight it was for many community members who were watching on. The trail of devastation it left behind, quite something, and the very tragic news that officials have been talking about, more than or up to 6 people dead, potentially more, as they continue to survey the damage in both of those states. So the good news for us is that the risk of severe weather has moved on. We're looking at showers into the overnight, starting to dry up by tomorrow morning. Still cloudy, but if you wait long enough, here comes your sunshine by the afternoon and early evening, along with an added hour of sunlight as we look to see that sun come down around 7 o'clock. Guess what? The temperatures will also be in our favor. 11 degrees for that high with some lovely sunshine. Can it get better than this, Megan? We'll have to wait and find out. Back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Noor. We are joined on the desk now by weather specialist Noor Rafat. Noor, it's been a pretty spring-like weekend, and we're springing forward tomorrow.
Yes, 2 indications that spring has sprung, Megan. The temperature change and, of course, those clocks moving forward. Yep. I do know that for many, the good news continues this weekend and heading into the next few days. Central and eastern Canada, another round of those mild temperatures, even double digits heading into the next few days. For our folks closer to the prairies, unfortunately, cool downs expected heading into this upcoming week. Don't worry, we still have a lot more to take in of this mild air in the coming days. Gracing Toronto, 11 or 12 degrees for your high come tomorrow. Beautiful sunshine and some windy conditions from the southwest, gusts around the 40-kilometer-per-hour range. We have been waiting, itching for these temperatures, and now we get to celebrate them. We did want to see those incredible highs today with some sunshine. Unfortunately, low pressure system bringing severe weather was what we were dealing with. It has moved on to northeastern USA, moving into parts of Atlantic Canada as well, dying down with that energy. And tomorrow you will get to have your cake and eat it too. Sunshine and warm weather, and it doesn't stop there. So as you wait for that sunshine come tomorrow to move in into the afternoon, you can also expect it to move in heading into your Monday. There's a brief shower overnight around central parts of the province, cottage country as well, but by the morning, spectacular conditions, and it lasts all the way through your afternoon. Tuesday, we start to cloud over, and that's in anticipation of some showers, some mixed precipitation. Now, how long will the mild temperatures last? Well, you can expect in the GTHA and really much of southern Ontario to see those mild temperatures continue all the way until Wednesday. But unfortunately, the sunshine will be key for the next few days. Sunday into Monday, your best bet to see that sunshine. So don't call in sick, because your boss will know what you're up to. 16 degrees by Tuesday as we cloud over. Heavy rain for your Wednesday, 13 degrees. And what a difference Thursday will be, -1, single-digit highs Friday and Saturday.